Welcome to the Connersville Park Board for October 16th, 2023. If you'll all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, welcome to everyone. Roll call, Marla.
Carrie Pfeiffer, Amy Hammonds,
Present.
Ann Kirshner,
Present.
Van Leshua, Julie Fisher,
Here.
Angie McMullen.
thank you. We will go on to the superintendent's report for the evening. Marla?
Yeah, so we had, my superintendent's report is a little short because we've had to shorten this length of time from the last meeting till today due to fall break and everything, and that's why we moved the meetings around for October. But we had Community Day of Sharing, and that went really well. We had I didn't get a final count, but I think it was close to 300 that showed up for the day to help all around town. Unfortunately, we did not get to Second Street like we were hoping, but that's okay. We're Brayton, who organizes the Community Day of Sharing, said that we could probably plan another day and request if there's any volunteers that are free, they could come and help us at Second Street. So once that's ready to go, we'll plan another day for that. We did end up having a few volunteers come to Roberts Park, and they helped pull weeds, clean out flower beds, and get them ready for the winter, and then wash windows at the Miller Building. So we did have a little bit of work done on that day for the Parks Department. The Renaissance Fair was last week, and that was so much fun. We didn't know what to expect. The farmers market, Stephanie took care of the vendors, and then we provided the Highland Games and then also the park. And so we had probably 30 vendors there, and then we had Kona Ice, the Shark Bite popcorn, and TB and Sons food truck. I was trying to remember their name. And then we had a movie that was sponsored by Luke's Barbershop. And so it was a great event. Logan did a great job on the Highland Games. We originally only had one person sign up for the Highland Games, and then at like 5 o'clock that night, here comes all these guys, and they wanted to participate. And so it went over really well. The rest of the evening, all I heard was nothing but great comments and people wanting to make sure that we have this event again next year. And so it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of people that dressed up and came out to the event. We gave out a King and Queen award for the best dressed, and then a Princess award. And so I think everyone had a great time. So it was a lot of fun. Trunk or Treat, that's coming up on October 30th. I am still taking sign-ups for vehicles if somebody wants to come and set up for the evening. We would love to fill up the park. And so if anybody out there is still wanting to participate, please make sure to call the Parks Department, because we would love to have you. And then Christmas in the Park, we are still looking for participants to decorate, have displays at the park. And we'll leave registrations up towards the end of, or the middle of November. And so make sure to sign up if you want to have a display at the park for the month of December. Roberts Park play set, that is being fixed. Hopefully this week. We have contacted a company, and they are going to come in and do the repairs that is needed on the play set, and so hopefully we'll have that back up and running. I will go ahead and mention this. Our restrooms at the park will be closed probably the first week of November. We're going to leave them open through Trunk or Treat, and then they will be closed towards the end of November. I'm sorry, towards the beginning of November. The Connorsville Veterinarian Clinic had their vaccine clinic at the park on October 7th, and they donated their proceeds to the Bark Park, and they collected over $2,300.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
that was great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect because this was my first year participating in that, and so They brought the donation in last week, and that was a great surprise and a blessing. So we'll put that money back, and it'll go towards the Bark Park if we need to buy more equipment or repair anything. It'll go towards that. I won't talk about sports. I'll let Logan do that.
Okay.
So just a reminder, first responders and community trunk or treat is October 30th, starting at 5 o'clock, and it'll go till 7. And then Christmas in the Park open house and lighting presentation will be December 7th. We will have Mr. and Mrs. Claus there. We are also going to have a carriage ride, and then I cannot remember what they're called. They used them at the, my mind just went blank, at the food truck challenge to maneuver people around. They're going to let us use those at the park for that evening. And so people will be able to ride throughout the park to see the lights.
The people mover.
Yeah, the people movers, yes. And so that will be December 7th from 5 to 7.
Nice.
And that's all I have for my report.
All right, thanks, Marla. All right, we'll go on to Logan, Athletic Director's report, please.
Alrighty, yeah. So fall soccer just ended this past Saturday.
It was cold.
It was cold, but I think the kids liked it. It got a little rainy towards the end, so it was the second week in a row they got to play in the rain. So I think they were really excited.
It didn't bother them at all
No.
to come home incredibly muddy, no.
Yeah. We were able to get Back Home Coffee Company to come out. They were tied up in prior events and stuff like that. So I actually just talked to them today, and hopefully we can have them for the spring.
There's Vane.
There's Vane. We are so happy to see you, sir.
Oh, thank you, I'm happy to be here. I had another
All right.
Zoom meeting this afternoon, I had to do Terry
All right.
on something.
All right.
We're not Zoom, we're real.
Yeah, we started a little bit earlier this evening, so we're on camera now. Yep, we're good. All right.
Yeah, like I said, we're looking to get them in the spring for soccer and maybe future events. So
Good.
They're very willing.
yes. So girls basketball, the registrations have closed. We're having drafts tomorrow night. It's hard to find coaches anymore, so that's kind of what backs the whole process up sometimes. So I know on here I have it saying that we start the 28th of October, but we are going to start the 4th of November. So that way everybody on fall break doesn't miss that first week.
Sure. Okay.
Have you been talking to Shayna at all and the people at the CHS?
Yep, they're actually going to come to the draft
Oh,
tomorrow
great.
to kind of get a rundown to all the coaches on what they would like to
Fabulous.
be coached and taught with that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, so there'll be
That'll be good.
there'll be consistency
yeah, across the board.
across the board,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yep. Boys basketball signups are going on right now until November 17th, and then their season will start after Christmas break.
Okay.
Our walking club, we still have that event on November 9th at the Miller Building. We finally started to get some vendors signed up and ready for that, so should be another good night. That's free to the public, so come out and see what we're having to offer and get a bunch of good information on healthy lifestyles and stuff like that. So the Highland Games of the Renaissance Fair was good, like Marla was saying. Turned out to be even better than what we had expected. So I do think it's an event that can definitely grow each year and be something that people look forward to. So goals would be it's my first basketball season starting up, so I've done everything else. So definitely excited to get into basketball. So hopefully it goes well, and I think it will. So we got our referees and everybody all lined up, so it should be good to go.
Cool.
Then the school-based teams that I've had on here now for last month. I didn't get to come talk to you guys last month, but I just think it'd be something cool to incorporate that school spirit again. Like when I was in elementary school, it was fun playing for your school and meant a little something more than just playing for yourself.
There was more buy-in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there was a lot more buy-in. And My only issue with that, when it was school-based, all the kids on one team were from the same school. And that will be logistically probably fairly difficult to do right now.
Yeah.
So, that's the only thing that I see with that, because we have kids coming, well, last year, there were kids from all of the schools on the teams, and homeschool and things like that that
Yeah.
were incorporated. We certainly don't want to, we want to encourage those kids to participate, but that's the only glitch I possibly see in that.
Yeah.
Because if you were attending an elementary school, you you could not play for another school's team.
Right. Right.
Back when you played. And
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully, maybe we can start out just having a couple tournaments and getting a feel for it, and then maybe see where it goes from there.
Where are they
So,
going to be playing?
That's a
the
great
girls?
idea.
In the Miller Gym?
For basketball,
Yeah.
the basketball will all be out at the high school, so in the old gym.
Oh, in the girls' gym?
Yes.
Where the gymnastics
Yeah,
and stuff?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I know the boys' season, they have some prior things going on in the old gym, so they'll be in the field house for a couple of the weekends, but the girls' season will be all in the
Okay,
girls' gymnasium.
because gym space becomes to be
It is.
a premium.
It does. Yeah.
A big premium.
Yep, yep.
Okay, cool. I'm glad they're gonna go out there, because it's not ideal. The seating situation isn't ideal, but the space is
Yep, it is.
ideal, because you don't have the kids sitting, you don't have parents sitting up on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Right, right. Which is,
Like we
yeah.
did last year, so, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yep. And that is all I have for
All
you.
right,
so,
thanks, Logan.
yep,
Did a
thank
great
you.
job, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Does she, what you do?
Yes,
Thank you.
for sure. All right, now that we have a quorum, we're going to jump back up to the minutes from the September 25th meeting. Are there any additions, corrections at this point? If you had a chance to look over them, if not, go ahead and look over them real quick. Okay, if there are no additions or corrections, I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion that we approve the minutes.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion carried. Or all in favor?
Aye.
All right, those motion carried. Thank you. All right, so we'll go on to old business. Marla, any old business?
We do not have any tonight.
Okay, I think so. All right, any new business? Yes, sir.
Well, I wanted to talk about opening up the river park. Are we gonna do that? And there's such great equipment. For the very first time, I visited the park over there, and it was a nice equipment, it's a nice space and everything. And is it just because of administration that's a problem, or?
No, we actually have to meet ADA requirements.
Yes, requirements, yes.
And so that is something that hopefully we can work on next year and complete the list that DNR has for us to complete. And then once we complete that list, then we will be approved and allowed to open up for that playground to be open.
It was just such two people that I know drove me over there. And I had never been up in there. I'd always been down by the river to, launch canoe or something, but that's a great space over there.
Yeah, there's reasons why we can't let people on it, safety reasons and ADA compliant and things like that. So that's the reasons
Yeah.
why that we have not been able
Somebody over
to.
there watching, I mean, it's definitely.
If it would
a good
only be
space.
that easy, yeah. We would have done that by now.
Kind of along that same line, how about John Connor Park? Are we still planning on having that available in the spring?
Brad and I have discussed that, and we are going to evaluate it in the springtime and see where it stands, and then at that time, we'll make a decision.
But hopefully we'll have that, because it's a nice facility in the summertime.
It is. And hopefully the water will rise back up, which he said that it is.
Okay.
They've turned the pumps off, and it is starting to rise back up again.
But it's
So,
been, but it's been so dry that that's
Mhm.
kind of a difficult situation.
Yes, so we're going to, it probably won't be Brad, but whomever is in that position, we will discuss that in the springtime.
Okay. So,
All right, any other new business or any questions? Any miscellaneous business? Okay. All right, we'll go on to claims. Everybody have a chance to look over, have any questions?
Everything
Regarding
seemed
claims?
pretty ordinary to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Marla, is there anything out of the ordinary? I didn't see anything.
No. Mm-mm.
All right. Take a motion to approve claims.
I move we approve claims.
Thanks, Vane. Second?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right. Anyone for the public forum for the Parks Department? Okay. All right. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
You need a second? Fane, that's your job.
Oh, I move we adjourn.
Okay. Adjourn.